Hello and welcome to the Pickup WNBA podcast. I'm your host, Cathryn Nyker.
And I'm your other host, Freddie Rivas. What's up?
Guys, I'm back and I'm not sick anymore. Yay.
Cathryn's back. She's not sick. She's never gonna be sick. Something that is sick, our social media. Check it out, okay? At the Pickup WNBA podcast, YouTube, Insta.
Ridiculous.
Those are big. Reviews, bigger. So do that for us. Subscribe. Really though, we've been having some subscribers trickling on in. So thank you very much for that.
Yes, thank you to all the new subscribers. Appreciate you.
We're a small community, so really, all the sharing, like, but word of mouth, like literally everything helps us. So when you're doing that, thank you.
Oh, very sweet. Absolutely. Um, you know, Jumping into all of this, what's really exciting about right now, despite the CBA woes, is we've got some real basketball to talk about. And
Hmm.
thank God, I feel like this is absolutely the levity that we needed in women's basketball right now is the start of Unrivaled. Really, really
Yes.
fun action happening. Freddie and I picked a game each to talk about. Um, Although I realized Freddie, and this is just an FYI for everyone listening, the Unrivaled YouTube page has full games. So if you live in an area where they're not broadcasting Unrivaled, which is like my area, for example, you can watch full games on the Unrivaled YouTube page.
Mhm.
And then House of Highlights has like 10-minute highlight packages of games. So it might mean not being so on top of social media if you don't want to any spoilers, but
Mhm.
if you're able to watch a game the next day, like YouTube seems to be the place to be if it's not being broadcast in your area.
That's some good info, and I think just a little bit of a fun jab at the W.
Mhm.
Unrivaled has got so much right that the WNBA needs to do, and
Mm.
it's as a W fan, it's frustrating that there's some things that are just right there, and they seem. I don't know if there's a newness to Unrivaled that they don't have to deal with some of the stuff that the W does, and shout out to Dan Hirschfield who did the podcast
Yeah,
last
shout out to
last
Dan.
week.
Thank you so much.
But we were able to kind of, like one point that came up was that there's sort of like a hangover of the W, like a way things have been done that just like are bogged down. And like just to kind of be clear here, what I'm referring to is like the accessibility of games for Unrivaled,
Mm.
massive.
Mhm.
The accessibility of players is also massive. There's just kind of like a consumability of Unrivaled that, you know, if you want it, it's there for you. There's no sort of hoop to jump through. Like, hey, I want to watch a WNBA game. What channel is it on? Oh, it's not on Amazon this week. It's on whatever Netflix this week. And there's this whole dance of like, wait, I can't find the thing that I like.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's kind of like Unrivaled has a lot of those things going for it.
I agree. One thing that they've done this year that I really like before we jump into the games, it's like more specifically, is the fact that they have more of a crowd
Hmm.
this year, and that was sort of like a not I don't want to say complaint from last year, but something I felt was missing, right?
Yeah,
Because like a crowd
people need
gives
a
the
crowd.
game energy, and I just felt like, oh, like it's really missing that. The crowd is still pretty small, but I will say it is packed, right? Like they don't have empty seats for the limited seats that they have. And I immediately felt a difference.
Yeah.
So I love that they did that. And I would love to see that grow even more. But definitely an improvement I noticed immediately.
Yep. Here.
Freddie, why don't you jump into your game? Tell us which one you watched and what your general thoughts are.
Yeah, so I watched Lace's Mist, which ended up being a really, really strong game and was pretty tight the whole way through. Um, I think there was both like some surprises and some just like, oh yeah, they're really good. Alyssa Thomas, watching Alyssa Thomas just like rip down rebounds.
If people know, I don't want people to think that you are surprised that Alyssa Thomas is good.
No, I mean, here's the deal. I almost like am in a way because like it's not that long ago that we were watching her have this like magical season and like kill it in the finals. And then I think I'm just sort of surprised that she doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. Like she's still dominant.
Right.
And in a setting like this where it's mostly all offense, where she could just like rip down a rebound and just basically like bully her way to the basket and score virtually at will,
Mm.
was something else. Like um that was really pretty huge. I think Brittany Sykes was the star of the game, 29 points and went 5 for 7 from three
Mm.
and just crushed it. So that was amazing. Obviously, Brianna Stewart on the miss was amazing. Veronica Burton really impressed me. I thought Veronica Burton was
Mm.
awesome, but just obviously not like a main player for the Mist, but a strong game nonetheless. The game came down like right to the end. It was like 83-81. I also really enjoyed the like I will find this for later in the podcast, but the Unrivaled uses the method of scoring where there's a final score as opposed to like an actual timer. And it's a weird name. It's named after a guy who invented this, and they first did it in the NBA All-Star game. So watching the Mist try to get to that final score was really fun to watch as well. But yeah, the big win for the Mist, and just overall really exciting game. Agumbawale was awesome. Lance Smith was like all right. I think Jackie Young killed it as well. And then just some role players who didn't do that much. Maddie Segrist was all right. Jordan Canada was all right as well. Nas Hellman, but yeah, it was overall like the product's just it's exciting. Like the 3-on-3 in a full court gives that basketball flow. So I had a good time.
Yes. Yeah, I felt like we talked about that a bit last year as well, about how much expanding it to full court made a huge difference compared to when we were watching 3-on-3 in the
Mm-hmm.
Olympics, and how it like completely changed the flow and just the overall vibe of the game. I couldn't agree more. Very cool. I watched Rose versus Breeze, and the Rose won this game 73-69, so it was fairly close. I first want to start off talking about Chelsea Gray, because we all know Chelsea Gray is like the point god or whatever. But she did something that was so cool that it made me question if I'd actually ever seen it before. And
Okay.
when like a player does like, like a shot fit, like they fake a shot. What's the term I'm looking for?
Pump fake.
A pump fake. Thank you. We see that all the time. But she did a pump behind the back pass fake.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like she faked a behind the back pass and then went straight to the basket for a layup. And it was so good that I was like, have I ever seen in my life someone do that? I don't know that I have.
Point God.
Like truly. Like my jaw dropped. I was like, I'm sorry, what? I'm telling everybody, like, you got to seek out this play and tell me if you have ever seen a behind the back pump fake pass
While
and
you
then a
talk,
drive to the
I'm going to
basket.
watch it.
It's like the most incredible play. The other thing I want to say, so she plays for the Rose and they won. On the Bree side, we have Paige Beckers, who looks as great as she ever has. She had 15 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds. So just shy of a triple double. But I got to say, what impresses me so much about Paige Beckers is both her ability to play with the ball and off the ball. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
she can guard if she like she can point guard if she wants to, and she can be off the ball if she wants to. She's one of the most versatile players I've ever seen, and I want to make a bold prediction right now that I think Paige, I mean, this is very, very bold. So if I'm wrong, it's like whatever. I think Paige Beckers has the opportunity here to increase her stats next season, assuming there is a next season, in every major statistical category from her rookie season. I think
Which is wild because she had a massive rookie
she had a
season.
massive season, but she's that good and that dominant. And there's going to be so much player movement that I think whatever the Dallas Wings end up being, she's going to be the center of it, because I don't
Mhm,
predict that Arike Gumbawale will be back with that team, respectfully. I
mhm.
think she'll move on. So once she is truly the center of it all and everything's flowing through her, and the fact that she's so versatile on top of that, I think she has the ability to go up at least even just one in every statistical category. I think we could see even more from Paige than we already have, and that's really, really exciting.
So her stats for the listeners, 19 points a game, a half a block, steal and a half, 5.5 assists, 4 rebounds, and shot what she shoot 33% from three, and had an effective field goal percentage of 51%. So she was all-star, second
Freddie.
team all WNBA, and rookie of the year. So like a bump up in those stats is
So
pretty bonkers.
maybe not points, although yes, I think points as well, but definitely assists and rebounds.
Mhm.
I think we're gonna see real increases in both of those for
Well, yeah,
sure.
she played 33 minutes a game, and I could definitely see her being one of those, like, she plays, like,
She
whatever,
also
like,
leads
thir
the league in minutes.
I mean, I definitely could
Yeah.
see Paige, like, doing, like, 37 minutes a game or something like that. You know, one thing really special about her game to me is that she plays with such a calm control, kind of, like, I don't know, just, like, laissez-faire, like, relaxed. I
Yes.
don't know, there's something about her that, like, everything seems smooth,
Effortless, effortless.
and in that sense, I wonder, I wonder if she has a little bit, I know she's, like, been injured in college, like, serious injury, but I
Mhm.
wonder if she has a little bit of, like, a, um, don't wanna jinx her, but, like, kinda like Iron Man aspect where she kind of is, like, really reliably, um, like, not gonna get hurt, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we certainly hope so. I mean, it's a good point. Um, the other player I wanna mention is Cameron Brink. Now, she didn't play a lot, and she's wearing a face mask right now, so I didn't realize she had a face injury.
I didn't realize she did either.
Um, she had an okay game, but I am feeling nervous for Cameron Brink. And
Hmm.
that I feel like this year, I mean, A, she needs to be able to stay healthy, and she is on the court. You know, she's wearing a mask, but she is on the court. So there is that. But I'm like, just seeing her with any kind of second injury is just like, oh God. You know, I feel like she is due for a breakout year. And the Sparks need her. You know, they really, really need her. Like, I thought the Sparks were gonna make, like, a proper playoff run and that things would click when she came back and blah, blah, blah. They are a good team, and but, you know, they didn't have enough time when she came back from her injury, which is more than fair. But I'm thinking like, "Man, I really, really want and hope to see more from her." She did alright. She had in 11 minutes, she had 12 points, which is exciting. She had 6 rebounds and 2 assists, 1 block.
That's
And
massive.
in limited minutes. So I feel like, okay, like this we could have a really great Cameron Brink year. And I hope we see it. So I'm not predicting it, but I'm being cautiously optimistic about it. So she was another standout for me. Rakia Jackson, phenomenal game. In 19 minutes, she had 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block, and only 2 turnovers.
That's big production.
Like, I'm telling you, man, and like, I don't have Kelsey Plum stats in front of me, but I know she had a wicked game as well. Like, and then, you combine that with De'Erica Hamby, and it's like, buddy, like, the Sparks have something if they stay together. If
Mhm.
they can keep it together, which is a big if, as we know. But they really, really got something if they can. Um, yeah, cautious optimism.
By the way, just a quick thought. I feel like the minutes to point ratio, I think like the
The
basketball
3
world.
on 3 is just different. Is that what you were gonna say?
Well, no, I was gonna say like I feel like that like is like just makes me think about Audie Crooks because like
Mm.
every like my social media is just like every second video is just like 17 minutes, 40 points. Like it's just sort of like that. It's like all the records she's breaking are so related to the time she's on the court
Mm.
and like just like the hyper production. So I just had that thought.
I should say Chelsea Gray's stats real quick here. I did mention the crazy highlight play. She had 37 points in
Yeah.
22 minutes.
She also had the back-to-back threes to win. Was that the game where she had the back-to-back threes to win?
No, Shakira Austin had a game winner, which was a layup.
Oh, got you. Okay, that must have been another game.
Yeah, she did have 3 turnovers, but honestly, like, but 37 points, it's like you'll take the turnovers if it's only 3, like, my god. Um, yeah, anyway, really, really fun game.
Can I shout out some stats leaders early on? It's only 3 games.
Oh, please, please.
So Chelsea Gray leading the league in points,
Buddy.
obviously, right?
Chelsea Gray is leading the league in points, like, like, damn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So almost 32 points a game. Marina Mabry, second in points and also tied for leading the league in assists with Paige Beckers, so 7.3. So Marina Mabry, really, really big start to her Unrivaled campaign. Got to shout out our Canadian Aaliyah Edwards, 20,
Yes.
almost 25 points a game and leading the league in rebounds with 12.
Huge.
So that's massive. And then just, we'll do a little bit of steals action. So Brittany Sykes leading the league in steals, and Sanaya Rivers is leading the league in blocks. So almost 3. Yeah.
Huge. Yeah, it's exciting. It's honestly, like, it's just really great to, like, watch them in action again, these players that we're all just such huge fans of. Yeah.
It's fun. It's like, oh man, our people.
Yeah, it's like I almost didn't even realize how much I missed them until I'm watching them again.
Well, and I think me and you both believed in the Unrivaled vision, but
Mm,
to see it come back like bigger and better and stronger, especially in this time where there's so much uncertainty, is really, it's just really refreshing. And like, yes, we didn't get Asia. Yes, we didn't get Caitlin Clark. Yes, Sabrina is injured, but the stars are here. They showed up, right?
yeah.
So that's incredible that we get to have all the stars in this.
Agreed. All right, let's move on and talk about the NCAA and the WNBA mock draft. So, what we've decided to do, until we get into the March Madness of it all, is to look at the mock draft and, like, go through the list a bit and really, like, talk about these players a bit who are, the players that are projected to be in this year's draft. So the first one is Lauren Betts, and the second one is Awa Pham. So I decided to do a little verbal profile here of Lauren Betts and Freddie with Awa Fam. Who do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? How do you want to do it?
I can go first.
Okay.
I was saying to Cathryn before the pod started, the inner nerd in me is like super activated because I'm trying to look at all these Euro stats and like translate them, and there's a bit of an algebra thing from the NCAA to the W anyways, but I think some of my major takeaways, I'll leave the stats out of it because they're sometimes hard to compute. I think for people who don't, I'm yeah, not a consumer of like Euro basket, right? But I've known for a long time that I think a major difference when you're trying to think about the NCAA versus European basketball is these major prospects that come over from Europe. They're 18, 19, 20, whatever. They're playing with full adults.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't get to have that window of time where they're dominating people who are like in that same age bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to say that Paige or Caitlin or whomever wouldn't kind of be able to come into the W at a young age and dominate, but I think that's just a reminder, right? Like, even just watching like Dominique Malonga kind of like slowly blossom in the W,
Mm.
and Paige hack it right away. And it's sort of like, oh yeah, well, Paige is a couple years older. So that's just something to keep in mind when you have like a really special prospect, like Awa
Do
Fam
do
coming
you
over.
know how old she is?
Yeah, she's 19.
Okay.
Yeah, so Awa Fam is 19, currently playing for Valencia, and watching. I was able to watch like I've seen highlights of Awa Fam before, but I watched a couple breakdowns, and without sounding absolutely sacrilegious, the profile I was watching, and the breakdown brought up her comparison. And again, it sounds like a little bit like, whoa, hold on. But the comparison's Asia Wilson. And like this is the type of player we're talking, like as far as the skill set. And where I think maybe I would disagree a little bit with the breakdown and the comp to Asia Wilson, it's like I didn't see like anything in the defensive realm of Asia Wilson. But
Mm.
where I did see the point that was being made is offense. So Awa Fam's is a 6'6" center and can shoot, can pass, is like so mobile on the court. Like if you think about Dominique Malonga or even like let's say like I don't know, like a big player like Camila Cardoso or Griner or whatever. These players like it's like Dominique's like different because she's like very fluid, but you know how like Asia moves, how Aaliyah Boston moves, like they kind of have like a bit of a guard-like movement. Brianna
Mm-hmm.
Stewart moves
Mm-hmm.
like this as
Mm-hmm.
well, where it's like, yes, they're 6'5" or 6'6", but they have this like guard-like movement. So Awa Fam's like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she can like, she could bring up the ball if she wanted to. Like she's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
type of like of player. And then also lots of really cool stuff. Like there was a whole segment of highlights where it was just showing her do like incredible touch passes. And for anyone who's like listening or watching and you're kind of like not familiar, a touch pass is like, you're sort of where the ball is going before you get it, and it's like you're playing volleyball almost, like you're smacking the ball to the next player. So
Mm.
it's just like a big on-court awareness thing. And yeah, she just doesn't really have any flaws. Like she's really, really a very, like I would say skill-oriented player. Like nothing I saw was, she doesn't seem like a bruiser, but she does seem like in that mold of like Aaliyah Boston, Asia Wilson, um, maybe if we don't want to be like sacrilegious, like Aaliyah Edwards or like, but like, just a really like kind of like big skilled player who is going to certainly be I don't know, this seems bold, but like is a name we're going to know as like a future like many time all-star.
Mm. Huge. Absolutely huge. I love to hear it. Also, like, let's get sacrilegious.
Let's get sacrilegious, right?
Why not?
Like,
Everyone does.
is she gonna be
Everyone
Asia
does.
Wilson? Absolutely not. But, like,
Every
you know,
draft, everyone makes these insane comps. And it's just like, why not, you know?
yeah.
Okay. This is actually super, super interesting because I was looking at Lauren Betts,
And
who's
she also looks like Asia Wilson. No.
no, 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 she doesn't look like Asia Wilson, but she is also a center. She's 6'7", she's a senior, she plays for UCLA. Her average this season is 16 points, 8.5 rebounds, 3 assists on 57% field goal shooting.
Mhm.
So, obviously, those stats are very impressive. Here's the thing with Lauren, though, is that she's not Awa fam, and that she is very much a traditional center.
Mhm.
And her game is, I would say, almost exclusively in the paint.
Mhm.
Like, I was watching like a lot of Lauren Betts to see if I could find anything with an outside game, and I didn't see it. So, listeners, like, if you're watching a lot of UCLA and you can tell me that Lauren Betts does have an outside game, like, let me know. But I did a bit of a deep dive and I couldn't find it. And I think, like, to me, her comp would be more like a Brittany Griner.
Okay.
Like, she is a bruiser, so to speak, and I would say one of her best skills is her offensive rebounding, but she is so traditional center that I actually find that a little concerning. Because I mean, I think in the women's game, you could absolutely build around a traditional center, but it doesn't seem to be the way the game is moving, and even with my comp to Brittany Griner has an outside shot. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
Brittany Griner will make a 3 in a game, and I just didn't see that from her at all, and I am curious to see if or how that evolves, if people even feel the need for it to evolve, like, if she is so good in the paint that it doesn't even matter to people, I don't know, but to me, it's a concern, and as you were talking about Awa Fam, I wonder if Lauren Betts is currently listed at number 2 and listed at number yeah, Awa Fam's listed at number 2, Lauren Betts is listed at number 1, because maybe it has something to do with the age and the fact that Lauren Betts is based in the US, that people consider her more of a sure bet.
Mhm.
No pun intended.
Hey.
Um, but and that maybe Our Fam is more of a talent prospect that has, like, years and years to grow, but I feel like I would lean more towards Our Fam because I feel like her skill set is where basketball is going.
Yes. Yeah. Like
You
a
know what I
hyper
mean?
modern
I
player.
like if I were the GM of a team and I had the number 1 pick, I would be like, I would really, really be looking at Awa Fam personally.
Yeah.
Like, I would take that and I would take the time to build, frankly.
Well, I think it depends on your team too. Like, if you're the Minnesota Lynx and you drafting second overall, you're like, great, we'll take Awa Fam because things are chill. And then
Sure.
wait, I just blanked out. Who has the first overall pick? Is it the Mystics? No.
Let's pull that up.
I had it. Oh yeah, right. Of course, it is the Wings. The Wings. But yeah. So if you're the Wings, I think. I mean, I think I'm still sort of Awa fan, but like um, if you're wanting to make an impact immediately, like let's say if like you're feeling the pressure with Paige, like maybe you do take bets. Uh, I was just looking at when you said the
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they want somebody who can make that impact right away as opposed to a multi-year quote unquote project. But
yeah.
buddy, I don't know. I don't know.
Um,
I don't
when
know if
you
teams even want a player that clogs the paint like that. Like, when I say her game is in the paint, like, I really mean that. Her game
so
is in the paint.
to your point, Last year, Betts got 100 blocks. So you got to be living in the paint to get that many blocks. And
Mm,
in her entire college career, she has taken 1 3 and missed it
buddy.
this year. So this is not someone who shoots threes. Like, she's not even trying.
Well, I don't even think she shoots mid-range jump shots either. Like I saw one like turn around, like kind of a hook shot, but it was still in the paint, buddy.
Mhm.
Like it
Hey,
was a little further from the basket, but it was still in the paint. Like I like she is a great player though. Like when you see her in the paint, though, she is dominating there. Like so don't I'm not trying to take anything away
she's
from
not
her.
out there dominating. She's in there
She's
dominating.
in there dominating.
Hey.
And I just feel like if you are drafting her, you are committed to running everything through her, whether it's in and out or just in. But like, you know what I mean? Because that's how it
So
is with
what's her
traditional
pick and roll
centers.
game like? Like, can she like could you see Paige and her doing pick and rolls or what?
Oh,
Like,
that's a
is she
great
slow
question.
or is she that plotting? Like,
She's not slow. I wouldn't say she's slow, but she like you know what? Actually, now that you mentioned that, there was a bit of like really great pick and roll action between her with Paige and Cameron Brink actually. That I thought was really cool. So if that's set up for her, she could do that, but it's like it would either have to happen like really early in the play and then she runs to the basket. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
I don't see someone drawing up an offense having her outside of the paint with like 5 seconds left on the clock.
Right.
That I don't see. So it's interesting because she's a great player and like I said, like really excellent offensive rebounder. Like she's got a lot of upside, but she's just more traditional. She's just not what I think is the future of basketball in that position, which isn't necessarily bad, but it just means like a lot's going to have to revolve around the way she plays.
Checks out. Yeah. I think that I mean, we're not deciding who we're gonna take, like,
No,
but
no, no, not at
I
all.
think for me, like, there's some as like awesome as she seems, there's some rigidity there that would make me a little bit worried as a GM.
Right.
Look, I think when you have other options.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. When Awa Fam is right there, right? Like it's not like Awa Fam is projected at number 2. It's not like she's projected like
Mhm.
way down the list. So that's really interesting and I'm curious to see if that will evolve as time goes on or if like it'll stay this way and we'll be revisiting it years later, you know?
So,
Redraft style.
couple notes, before we do any, like, FFQ stuff. Gotta shout out Bryce,
Oh
long-term
yeah,
listener.
the Jason Momoa of this podcast.
That's right, and he was obsessed with Awa, so I feel like
Yeah, he was
this
like putting Awa on our
yeah,
radar. Like you
yeah,
gotta
so this is
yeah.
for this is, for you.
Yeah.
Bryce
Thank you, Bryce.
also checked out the Chelsea Gray, highlight, and here's how good Chelsea Gray is. There's many highlights of her doing fake behind the back passes.
Many?
Yeah, like, there's 5 that I found from different times
Okay.
in her career.
Damn.
I found the one, though. So,
It's pretty sweet. It's
shout out to her.
like yeah, it's a phenomenal move that is like I said, truly jaw-dropping. With that, Freddie, it is time for the FFQ. Let's go.
FFQ. Last little thing that popped into my head that I mentioned in the pod that I just want to clarify.
Mm.
Elam ending is what the Unrivaled uses. It's a person named
Yes.
Nick Elam who created this type of basketball ending. That
Oh, that's what you were trying to say. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so
Thank you for
I
that.
knew it was a weird name because it was somebody's name. Okay, so FFQ. Here we go. Me and you were both very, very impressed with the one-on-one tournament and just how intense it was
Mhm.
in the first year of Unrivaled Defisa Collier won it. So my FFQ to us is what is a new type of kind of like mini in season kind of weird tournament that you would like to see Unrivaled try?
This is a great question, and it's interesting because I feel like there's only so many tournament style things
Mhm.
you could really do,
Yes.
but, I feel like there could be a really fun three-point contest that is more tournament style, where, like, it's a face-off, and then you move on to the next round as opposed to just counting the no like, you know what I mean? Like, the way they do the three-point contest, it's usually, like, it's 2 rounds.
Mhm.
Right? And, like, the top so many players move to the next round, and then whoever wins the next round wins the whole thing. But
Oh,
what
that's
if it
fun.
but what if it was, like, structured in a way where it was more like a one-on-one face-off, and then you move on like that, and there's multiple rounds?
Ooh, I like that. Let me yes and that by saying like
Mm.
it would be cool, some sort of like shot for shot thing
Oh,
would
that
be
would be
fun.
really cool.
Where it's sort of like you shoot, I shoot, you shoot, I shoot, and like the first person to miss gets bumped, and then you beat that person, and then you like go on
Damn.
to the next round. So you have like a tournament structure where it's just like shot for
First
shot.
person to miss, it won't last very long.
It might, and for professionals, it might
Okay,
go on for a
okay. Well,
while,
there
and
would
it'd be
be more time. The clock wouldn't be racing as fast if it's first one who misses, right? So
Mhm.
in that sense, maybe it would go on longer because there's more time to actually square up, your shot.
Yeah,
Very
'cause
interesting.
there's like a mechanical aspect to the three-point thing that sometimes it gets a little bit like it's about their own rhythm, and like I like the shot for shot or some sort of like
Mm,
face-off thing. I think that's a good idea.
mm.
Um, oh, I just blanked out on my own idea. I had it. It'll come back to me. It was do. Okay, wait, can we pause?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my idea is Bump. It's one of the best basketball games, and I think seeing a bunch of professionals play it in a structured way. I remember in high school playing Bump, and it was like there was two different Bump games going on, and if you like got bumped, you got
For
like
those who don't know,
demoted.
describe what bump is.
Yes, okay. This is thank you, Catherine. This is why we're a team here. So Bump essentially let you shoot the ball, right? And if you miss it, you have to chase it down and do a layup. Like just get the ball in the basket however you can. You can shoot it again. But the reason you have to chase it down is because someone right behind you from the three-point line is shooting. And if that ball goes in before you chase down your ball and score,
Ah,
you're
yeah,
bumped, you're out of the game.
boom.
And it's just really
Love
exciting
it.
because it's like you really got to hit that
I've
first shot.
seen
But
that, yeah.
and then what you can do is like throw your ball and hit the other person's ball. And it sort of just gets like absolutely like out of control. So that would be fun just for like a kind of like, especially when it gets down to like two people and they're like, there ends up being quite a bit of running. So in
Mm.
that sense, it's fun too.
I
Anyway,
like that too.
big game of Bump. Let's go.
I like that too. All right, let's wrap it up there. Thank you everyone so much for listening, for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a positive review if you have a moment. And our social media is at the pickup WNBA pod on Insta is our main spot where we're posting at the moment, and YouTube as well. Thanks again, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Bless up.